everyone, welcome back to Marvellous Maths. Now today's lesson is going to be our second lesson on weight, and I don't know about you, but I can't wait to get started. Bad jokes aside, let's get started with our 5-a-day questions to get our maths brains nice and warmed up before we begin our lesson. So for today's 5-a-day starter, let's see if you can beat me with answering. So I'm going to give you 5 seconds to work out the answer before I tell you. So if you want a challenge, then don't press pause and see if you can beat me. But of course, if you want more time, then just pause it and press play again when you are ready. So let's get started with the first question. Question number 1 is 4 add 9. I'll give you 5 seconds to work out 4 add 9. Okay, the answer is 13. Well done if you beat me to it. So with our addition, we put our first number in our head and the second number on our fingers. So put 4 in your head and 9 on your fingers. And we're going to count forwards from 4. Ready? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And we get to 13. Well done. Okay, get yourselves ready for the second question. And remember, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to work it out and see if you can beat me. If you need to, you can pause it and give yourself some more time. Okay. 6 add 5 add 7. See if you can beat me. Okay, let's go through it. The answer is 18. Well done if you got there. It was slightly trickier to add up 3 numbers in one go in your head in that 5 seconds I gave you. So let's work it out together. So first number goes in our head. Second number on our fingers, and let's just start with that one first. So 6 in your head, 5 on your fingers, and let's count forward from 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Keep 11 in your head because we've still got 7 to add. So 11 in your head, and now 7 on your fingers, and let's count forward from 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and we get 18. Question number 3 is 54 take away 7. I'll give you 5 seconds before I tell you the answer. Okay, get ready to go through it. The answer is 47. Well done if you beat me to it. So first number goes in our heads, so put 54 in your head and put 7 on your fingers. And this time, because we're taking away, we are going to count backwards from 54. So let's count back together from 54. 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47. Well done. Okay, get ready for the next question. See if you can beat me. So we have 22 add 40. Off you go. Okay, let's go through it. Quite quick, but I'm only giving you 5 seconds. So the answer to 22 add 40 is 62. Well done if you did it in that time. Quite a tricky one to do in only 5 seconds. So we need to put the first number in our heads, our starting number, which is 22. So pop 22 in your heads. And because we are working with a multiple of 10, 40 is in the 10 times tables, we know we need to count up in tens. So if we put our columns back, how many tens are in 40? That's right, there are 4 tens in 40. So I need to count up in 4 tens. So we need to put 4 on our fingers. Okay, so remember we've put 22 in our heads and we've got 4 tens on our fingers, and we're going to count forwards 4 tens from 22. 22, 32, 42, 52, 62, and it gets us to 62. So well done, slightly trickier that one. Get ready for the next one and let's see if you can beat me. Okay, we've got half of 14. What is half of 14? Off you go. Okay, half of 14 is 7. Well done if you beat me. So remember, there are a couple of different methods for us to work out half of a number. So first one, we have our ladybird method here, where because we are finding half, we're dividing by 2, we are sharing between 2, and we're sharing 14. Okay, so here I have shared 14 dots between 2 of my sections, and then I've added up, I've counted the amount of dots in just one section. So you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dots in one section, which gives us 7. The other way we can do it, which is what I like my year 2s to do, is to use your 2 times tables and count in your 2s until you reach 14. So let's do that together, counting your 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And I'm going to stop because I reached 14, and you can see I've got 7 on my fingers. So that gives me my answer of 7. Well done everyone for completing your 5-a-day questions. We should be nice and warmed up now to begin our lesson on weight. Now today's lesson is going to be all about estimation. Now before we look at estimation, let's get our brains thinking about weight and what it means. So to do that, we're going to play a little game. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to a brand new game show called Miss Weatherall's The Weight is Right. The aim of the game is to guess whether an object is heavier or lighter. Let's begin. Object number 1 is this lovely black Vans trainer shoe, worn a few times by myself. Doesn't smell too bad, but here we have a shoe. Object number 2 is this clean pair of socks. Do you think object number 2, the lovely clean pair of socks, is heavier or lighter than the shoe? What do you reckon? Socks heavier or lighter than the shoe? I'll give you a few seconds to work it out. 3, 2, 1. You are correct. The socks are of course lighter than the shoe. Nice and flimsy, lighter than the shoe. Well done. Our next object is this lovely piece of A4 paper, which is up against this book. So what do you reckon? The book, is it heavier or lighter than this lovely piece of paper? Heavier or lighter? I'll give you a few seconds to work that out. What do you think? 3, 2, 1. You are correct. The book is heavier than the singular piece of paper. Well done. Our next object, modelled by yours truly, is this lovely pair of sunglasses. The sunglasses are up against this lovely white camera. What do you reckon? Is this camera heavier or lighter than the sunglasses? Have a good look. Camera, heavier or lighter? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. 3, 2, 1. It is heavier than the sunglasses. This big white camera is of course heavier than the sunglasses. Well done. It is time for the final round of heavier or lighter. Up first we have this rather dashing cap, and it's up against this music speaker. What do you think? Is the hat heavier or lighter than the speaker? Have a look. What do you think? I'll give you a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. The cap is lighter than the speaker. The speaker is quite heavy, so the cap is definitely lighter. Well done. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You have completed the game of heavier or lighter, and you now qualify to continue with the rest of the lesson. Well done. Today's lesson is all about estimation, which basically means guessing how much an object might weigh. Sometimes we need to weigh out things accurately, like with our baking, we needed to know exactly how much of each ingredient to put in our cakes so that they would turn out right. But sometimes all we need to do is estimate or guess how heavy or light an object might be. So let's start with a couple more heavier or lighter questions just to get warmed up. So which of these is heavier, the stickers or the basketball? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The basketball is of course the heavier item. Well done. Which of these is heavier, the glue stick or the feather? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The glue stick is the heavier item out of these two. Well done. Okay, which of these is heavier, the chair or the hair ribbon? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The chair is of course heavier. If you tried to put a hair ribbon in your hair that was as heavy as a chair, I think it would probably weigh you down a little bit. Okay, which of these is heavier, the scissors or the tablet? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The tablet is the heavier item here. Well done. Let's see if you could answer this question for me. Which of these units do we use to measure weight? Is it A, meters, B, kilograms, or C, litres? Pause the video to give yourself some time. If you've got your answer, I'll go through it now. Okay, the answer is kilograms. Well done. How many grams are there in a kilogram? Is it A, 10, B, 100, or C, 1,000? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Okay, get ready for the answer. There are, of course, 1,000 grams in a kilogram. You can see at the bottom here, 1,000 grams is the same or equal to 1 kilogram. Time for a round of grams or kilograms. Now I'm going to show you a series of different pictures and I'd like you to tell me whether we would use grams or kilograms to weigh that object, bearing in mind that there are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. Get ready for the first picture. Okay, grams or kilograms to weigh a paperclip. I'll give you a few seconds to work out the answer, or you can pause the video. Get ready for the answer. You would use grams. A paperclip is very, very tiny, so we would not use kilograms, we'd use grams. Next one. A baby, would we use grams or kilograms to weigh a baby? I'll give you a few seconds to work that out. Get ready to go through the answer. So we would use kilograms to weigh a baby. If you think how tiny a paperclip is compared to a baby, we need something a little bit bigger to weigh a baby. So we'd use kilograms. Well done. Okay, the next one. Would we use grams or kilograms to weigh a bike? What do you think? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it, maybe discuss with your grown-up. Grams or kilograms? Okay, let's go through the answer. So we would use kilograms for a bike. Bike's quite big, made of metal, normally quite heavy, so we would need kilograms. Well done. Okay, biscuits. Would we need grams or kilograms to weigh biscuits? What do you think? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it, or you can talk to your grown-up. Okay, let's go through the answer. We would use grams to weigh a biscuit. They're quite small, aren't they? Quite light, so we would only need grams to weigh biscuits. Well done. Okay, time for a round of estimation station. Can you estimate how many grams or kilograms each of these objects weighs? So you're going to need to think very carefully about the amount, the number of grams and the number of kilograms that you think each of these objects will weigh. So I'll show you a series of pictures and I'd like you to tell me. Okay, first one biscuit. How many grams do you think one biscuit will weigh? 15 grams or 150 grams? So just one of these biscuits, 15 grams or 150 grams? 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go through it. Well done if you estimated that one biscuit weighs 15 grams. So they're not very heavy, are they? So 15 grams is a good estimation. Well done. Okay, how many grams for one paper clip? Think very carefully. Do you think half a gram or 12 grams? You might want to think about the fact that the estimation for a biscuit was 15 grams and think about the weight of a paper clip compared to that. Half a gram or 12 grams? Okay, get ready to go through the answer. Okay, so a good estimation for a paperclip is half a gram. Think about how light a paperclip is. It hardly weighs anything at all, so half a gram would be a good estimation for a paperclip. Well done. Okay, how many kilograms do you think a baby weighs? Do you think 3 kilograms or 300 kilograms? Have a good think about this one. You might want to discuss it with your grown-up. 3 kilograms or 300? What's your estimation? Okay, let's go through it. So 3 kilograms would probably be a good estimation for how much a baby weighs. So I'll give you an example of something that weighs 300 kilograms. A fully grown polar bear weighs 300 kilograms, and that's definitely a lot bigger than a baby. So 3 kilograms is a sensible estimation for how much a baby weighs. Well done. Get ready for the next one. Okay, how many kilograms do you think a bike weighs? Is it 86 kilograms or 16 kilograms? Have a little think about it and maybe talk about it with your grown-up. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, let's go through it. So a bike would probably weigh about 16 kilograms. So to give you an example to compare to, something that weighs probably around 80 kilograms is a tall adult man. And there are probably a few of you that could lift up a bike if you tried really hard, but I don't think you'd be able to lift up a tall man. And if you also think about how much material there is in a bike, there's actually not much to it. It might be quite heavy, the metal, but there isn't much there. So 16 kilograms is a good estimation for how much a bike weighs. Okay, how many grams do you think a pen lid weighs? 20 grams or 1 gram? What do you estimate a pen lid might weigh? I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, let's go through it. So, a pen lid probably weighs about 1 gram. If you think this is quite light, isn't it? It's made out of plastic. So 1 gram is probably the most sensible estimation for how much a pen lid weighs. Okay, think about this glue stick now. What do you estimate this glue stick weighs? 120 grams or 22 grams? What do you think? Think about how heavy they are in your hand when you use them at school. I'll give you a few seconds. You can discuss it with your grown-up if you want to. Okay, let's go through the answer. So well done if you estimated that a glue stick weighs 22 grams. See, it's heavier, of course, than the pen lid that only weighed 1 gram, but it's still quite light. It's light enough for us to be able to use in our lessons, isn't it? To give you a comparison for something that weighs about 120 grams would be a tiny little newborn puppy. A little newborn puppy would probably weigh about 100 to 120 grams, which is much heavier than a glue stick, which weighs about 22 grams. Now it is time for your task. So I'd like you to look around your house and find 5 different objects. I'd like you to estimate how much each of the objects weighs, either in grams or in kilograms. And if you can check your estimation by weighing the object using some scales. And you could also practice your weighing skills that we looked at in our last lesson together. Well done everyone for completing your second lesson on weight. Good luck with your tasks at home, and thank you so much for joining me for today's Marvellous Maths lesson. I look forward to seeing you again very soon with another episode. In the meantime, keep working hard, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone.